Hello and welcome to EDU 582 Research Methods in Education. This video is just designed to help you orient to how the course is kind of laid out, the learning management systems we'll use, and just give some background to the course. So as I mentioned in my email to you, the text we are using is going to be Educational Research, the Creswell 5th edition book. You can get it in the e-format, which you see here, which is nice. It is searchable. You can annotate those things, or you can also get it in a 3-ring binder format, whatever your preference is there, or most cost effective. And then the other is the 6th edition to the APA manual, and this one indeed I do really recommend the print version of, because of how we will use it. I will help you sort of bookmark yours up with the pieces that we use most frequent. So it was really fun. Thank you for taking time to do the survey on the course. These were, when you all thought about sort of words and associations that came to mind with educational research, these are those words, and fun to see where some of those were and to what experience you already bring. There's a tremendous amount we can build on based on that. So we will use two systems this spring. We will use Blackboard, and the reason I use Blackboard is that unlike Google Classroom, it has kind of a static feature to it, and so folks that prefer to see that material in sort of a linear format sometimes find that coming here they can check and sort of go through that checklist approach. The other system that we'll use is indeed we'll use a Google Classroom, and what you'll find is that the documents that come out of Blackboard are the same as those that I post in Google Classroom. So for each unit there will be a Google Doc, and if you are in Blackboard and you navigate to the units page, you'll see a semester overview, and then you'll see a link to Unit 1. That link to Unit 1 will take you to this Google document. If you're in Google Classroom and you click over to the About page, you'll be able to link to it as well. It's the same document, just two different ways to access it. Also, in terms of feedback, I tend to do most of my narrative feedback in Google Classroom, but I really appreciate the gradebook view in Blackboard, and that's another reason that I use both systems. I find it really helps students manage to make sure that they've caught everything. The sort of flow nature of Google Classroom sometimes can be really tough to just make sure, have I caught everything? Am I up to date? And that's just a nice sort of secondary communication tool. So also in Blackboard, you should be able to link right into Google Classroom if you're signed in to your appmain.edu account. You'll be able to link to our class agendas. You will be able to see your grades. The units, like I said, I do have a YouTube channel set up for this class because there's some videos that you'll need throughout the course. And then I also have some content in here for APA support, including a link to this style sheet, which we'll go over in class together, some of the most common pieces that we'll use, and then a whole nother, resources, then some resources and a link to Mentor Library, and some help with finding research, which again we will kind of work with throughout the spring. So hopefully that gives you a sense of how to navigate the materials for the course. On the welcome page, one other thing that I want to point out is that some of you may have already figured this out, but managing multiple Gmail-based accounts can be really challenging. So I use Chrome profiles in order to do that, and I just try and share that tip with students so that I have a Chrome profile for my appmain.edu and then some Chrome profiles for other Gmail accounts that I have to manage. So that's just a tip there with some basics to help you organize yourself. Really looking forward to this spring, and working between the two systems I think will become pretty second nature to you as we move forward, but certainly don't hesitate to reach out if there is feedback or ways that I can make that management easier.